and welcome to the American Rancher. I'm Pam Minnick. Today we'll visit again with the outstanding Angus operation, 44 Farms, located in Central Texas outside Cameron. This is going to be an informative program, and we're going to follow the 44 brand from the ranch to the feedlot and on through the harvest stage to the steak on the plate. We'll talk again with Doug Slattery, owner Bob McLaren, ranch manager James Burke, and some new staff members, as well as look ahead to the upcoming 44 Farms Prime Cut Bull Sale this February 23rd. We've got a great show for you today, and we're glad you joined us, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the American Rancher. 44 Farms is realizing its goal of becoming a fully integrated Angus genetics and beef source. They highly value teamwork and relationships with their customers. In their words, people do business with people, not with corporations. We begin our story out in the Panhandle, where 44 sired cattle are in production.
The reason was using 44 Farms is I think that it's all going to be sold in the meat, and you're going to be paid for what your cattle grade, yield and grade, and that's what attracted me to them.
What we're gonna do.
Will Sneed and his son Will Jr. are beef producers that both raise and feed out cattle in the Texas Panhandle. They office in Dalhart and feed out their cattle in Texline. The Sneeds use 44 Farms bulls in the cattle operation.
I have a commercial cow herd, and I have a commercial feed yard. Then I feed my calf crop in my feedlot, and we can go all natural if we want, or if we don't want, we don't have to. The reason I started using 44 bulls, they fed some cattle at our feedlot at Creesville Feeders, and I saw the grade, and it was 50% prime, and I got to capture that kind of dividend with high input cost, and that's why I'm using 44 bulls.
Him especially.
The first time we heard about 44 Farms was when they had a pen of cattle on feed at our feed yard, and when they hung those cattle up at the packing house, we noticed the high percentage of prime that came off that pen of cattle, and it stood out very strong. Dad noticed it. He wanted to get in touch with them, and over the past year, we've kind of got in contact with Doug Slattery and BJ McElroy out at 44 Farms, and they've really taken care of us. Brought us in, showed us around, came out, looked at our cow herd, made sure that their bulls would match well with our cows, because not only do they sell the bulls, they also would like to procure your calf crop for their own beef program, depending on the quality of your cows and how well your cows match up with their bulls. And so we found that to be a very, very positive in our business with 44 Farms.
The Angus Strong program of 44 Farms is about relevant genetics, stewardship, and service. Cattle producers like the Sneeds are getting both practical and profitable solutions from 44 Farms genetics, which moves their cattle operation in the direction it needs to go.
I've had a good relationship with 44 Farms. They back their product. I had a bull die. They replaced it, no questions. And I look forward to doing business with them, because I like to do business with people you can count on.
You know, at 44, our bull business continues to grow. It's been kind of amazing how fast it has accelerated. We're selling close to 1,000 bulls a year now. We started our branded beef program, 44 Steaks, about a year and a half ago. We've added Jason Schimmels to that program. He's in the sales department. We've got a lot of cattle on feed for that program, and they all come through our customers, sired by our bulls out of our customers' programs. And we're really excited about that, really excited about how it ties into our genetics and the acceptance that we're seeing with 44 Steaks.
We so often lose sight in this country of how important agriculture and agricultural production is. And quality is at the core of that, as it is in any kind of product. And we feel like if we continue down this road of providing great quality, people here locally and around the country can see that yes, quality does matter, quality can be profitable for cattlemen, and we want to be one of the leaders.
Never taking their eye off the economically important traits of calving ease, growth, end product value, and maternal efficiency, 44 Farms continues to balance these traits into a package that will increase profits for the commercial and registered producer.
To enhance this natural program, genetics of the cattle are very important. When you get good, high-performing cattle, they perform that way whether they're implanted or non-implanted. And 44 Farms, they are those kind of producers.
44 Farms sired cattle perform in the feed yard. Bovina Feeders near Farwell, Texas has been in operation since the late 1960s. The yard has fed a number of cattle with 44 genetics and states the overall performance is quite good.
44 Farms and Bovina Feeders were introduced through a third party, Hart Brand Beef, and they're both in the business of natural cattle, and that's the way we were introduced to them. Natural program is a program where cattle receive no ionophers, no implants, no medications of any kind, and it's a lot more record keeping and tracking and verifying that these products are natural. The consumer demands these products, and 44 Farms, their genetics actually outperform some of the cattle that we handle the traditional way. Ionophers, implants, it appears that their cattle will do equally well or better than traditional cattle, and I say that based upon this load we shipped Tuesday morning. A set of heifers that came in weighing 739, and they had 149 days on feed, and they weighed 1310 going out, which is a little over 3.8 gain, and that is excellent for any type of heifer. Normally in the South Plains, we do not see that kind of performance in heifers. You'll get selected groups that'll do it, but on an average, no, we don't see that kind of performance.
Located in the heart of cattle country, Cavanis Beef Packers has been a family-owned and operated processing plant for 50 years and is currently led by second and third generation family members. Through the years, the business has grown from harvesting a handful of cattle to processing some 1,600 head per day presently.
We're here at Cavanis Beef Packers. I'm Trevor Cavanis, president of Cavanis Beef. Our company started 50 years ago, 1962, so actually 2012 was our 50th year anniversary, so this is our 51st year in business. My grandfather started the business with a small locker plant down the road. My father has been president and CEO of the company and basically ran the company since 1969. I'm third generation, and I have a brother, Regan, who also is with the company in the live cattle procurement and vice president. In 2005, we moved locations from down the road to this location here. We went from 730 head a day at that time to 960 head, and today we've continued to grow and are doing 1,650 head per day. We're proud to say that we process 44 farms. Quality cattle, Angus cattle. I think they're the 8th largest seed stock producer in the U.S. Genetics are just outstanding. We're a proud partner to process their cattle, box their beef, and distribute their products for 44 Farms. The quality is just outstanding. We just got finished grading some carcasses just a few minutes ago, and 87% were choice or higher on that grade, and that's quite consistent with what we see coming through the plant with 44 Farm genetics.
Cavaness focuses on maintaining an environment for producing products that exceed the highest food safety standards. Careful attention is given to humane handling of livestock during processing, and strict compliance is maintained with all USDA regulations. The Hereford, Texas beef plant is one of the most modern, state-of-the-art harvest facilities in the nation.
It's a great product, and they have a great story to tell from a family-owned business. I'd say they're a top beef producer, cattle producer, and now in the beef business producing steaks with their 44 Farm steak line that they've rolled out.
We're committed from conception to consumer, you might say, and that's the most exciting part, is when you get to go into the plant, watch them grade these cattle, especially when they do well. It's very encouraging.
The 44 Farms program is built on a foundation that they have coined as relevant genetics. These traits include calving ease, growth, and maternal characteristics, as well as feed efficiency and carcass quality. We'd like to thank Bovina Feeders and the Cavaness Beef Packers for the good job they're doing and allowing us to take a closer look at beef production. We'll learn about 44 steaks and look ahead to the Prime Cut Bull Sale when we return. You're watching The American Rancher. Don't go away. Welcome back to The American Rancher. In just a few days, 44 Farms will be hosting the Prime Cut Bull Sale. We'll show you those bulls a little later. 44 Farms continues to make gains as a fully integrated program from pasture to plate. Their branded beef program is up and running and bringing the 44 brand to people who dine in and dine out. Here's more on our story. The easiest way to cook a great steak is to begin with a great piece of meat. At 44 Farms, it begins with a disciplined breeding program, proper nutrition, clean water, and attentive care to the cattle, which results in extraordinary flavors and tenderness. 44 Farms Angus Steaks is a USDA certified program and is managed by the USDA's Agricultural Marketing Services.
I'd like to introduce Jason Schimmels to the American Rancher audience. Jason is our new Director of Sales at 44 Farm Steaks, and he's going to share a little bit about our story.
Thank you to Mr. McLaren for that introduction. My name is Jason Schimmels. I'm with 44 Farms Angus Steaks. These are a few of the items that we're going to point out and start visiting about today. Ribeyes, fillets, sirloins, we've got strip loins. We've also got hamburger meat. We've also got some hot dogs. The cuts that you see here are out of full-on primals. Ribeyes, strip loins, top sirloins, which is your top butts, and your pismos, which is your tenderloin here in the middle. Folks, they eat just about as good as anything around. We've got prime and choice beef. With 44 Farms Angus Steaks, it is a fully integrated program from start to finish. It is an all-natural program. Once the animals are harvested, we age the product 28 days before we do anything with it. In that time frame, we're on the phone with chefs and distributors of trying to make sure that we keep that product moving from start to finish all the way to the table. It'll be either on the restaurant's table or on your table, however you want to get it. Folks, you can get it online at www.44steaks.com or at one of the local restaurants in Houston, Austin, San Antonio, College Station, or the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Here's one of our customers, Chef Tay, at the Veritas Restaurant in College Station, Texas, proudly serving 44 Steaks.
being an executive chef at a premier restaurant, I get to play with a lot of great things, such as a fantastic, Wagyu from Australia, amazing American Angus from California. But the star of our restaurant is actually from the local rancher, 44 Farm, right out at the Cameron, Texas. They offer some of the finest product that we have actually tested, and our guest loves it. When they see that name and when they see that description of the beef, and once they smell it and taste it, product literally sells by itself, and all those guests who's returning back to our restaurant do ask for it.
Chef Tay Lee operates the Veritas Wine and Bistro in College Station, Texas. The restaurant is an eclectic styled establishment that blends the best of American, Asian, and European culinary influence. One of Chef Tay's favorite dishes is the 44 Farms bone-in ribeye.
The seasoning is quite simple. When you have a great product, all you need is salt and pepper. I don't need to go anything further than that. So it's basically salt and pepper rubbed on these beautiful 22-ounce bone-in ribeye from 44 Farm. And basically all I'm gonna do is just have a nice grilling going on. And then today what we're gonna serve this with is a little bit of potato cake and a spinach Florentine and a smoked potato bacon lyonnaise. And then we're gonna top it with a little bit of shiitake demi-glaze and a little bit of sauce béarnaise. And again, when you cook from the locally produced beef and a vegetable, they taste so much better because they don't have to be transported long distance.
44 Farms considers itself privileged to serve a wide array of customers. They are committed to their promise to bring you a delicious, wholesome, and enjoyable eating experience every time.
We just feel like that we have our fully integrated program going full steam ahead at this point, and the response to our beef, both our genetics and our branded beef program, has been really, really strong.
44 Farms really has done a good job on keeping the track, I guess you could say, and not buying into any of the fads that are out there in the Angus breed. It's really easy to try lots of different things and to venture off in different areas, but they've kept strong to their principles in terms of producing cattle that grow well and also perform in the feedlot and on the rail for the customers out there. And they know when they come back what they're going to get from us year after year, and we're very proud to say that.
44 Farms invites you to Cameron, Texas for the Prime Cut Bull Sale on Saturday, February 23rd, starting at 12:30 p.m. Central. The auction features 225 registered Angus bulls, both yearlings and coming 2-year-olds, 20 bull-calf pair splits. There will be 30 open heifers and 20 bred cows.
We just really want to welcome everybody to the sale in February, and it's a great time. It's a real social event, and it's a grand opportunity to buy you a great bull. These are cattle that you can build your herd on, there's no doubt, and these are cattle that you can count on. We do offer a 90-day guarantee, but very seldom we have to use it or anybody has to use that guarantee.
We try to put together a pretty rounded package as far as genetics and EPDs go. You can get anything you need from Cavanese bulls all the way up to big growth. There's some big milk bulls, and definitely we've got a lot of the carcass-oriented traits. There's a lot of high numbers. They're time-proven genetics that'll really work.
In the Prime Cut offering, I think our yearling bulls will be the strongest they've ever been. As I said, they're going to be sired by New Day 454, War Party, Upshot, Consensus, and many more. And we think it's the strongest set of bulls, both number-wise and phenotypically, that we've had yet. I think they're the kind of bulls that will do as ours always do. They go out, they work hard, they'll hold up for you. You can believe in the 44 guarantee, and we're very excited about the bulls in the Prime Cut sale.
Make plans this February 23rd to join 44 Farms at the ranch outside Cameron, Texas for the Prime Cut Bull Sale. This is an outstanding offering consisting of 225 Angus bulls bred to deliver desirable market results for today's rancher. Bob McLaren, Doug Slattery, and the entire 44 Farm staff invite you to join cattlemen from across the country and be with them for a great auction and time of fellowship. The auction will be broadcast live over Rural TV and is brought to you by Superior Productions. We'd like to thank 44 Farms and all of our guests for a highly informative show and a close look at the beef production cycle. For more information about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com, or check us out on Facebook. I'm Pam Minnick. For our entire American Rancher team, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.